It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show with J.Hall and DJ Akademiks.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show. Myself, DJ Akademiks, that guy J.Hall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good with you, man? How's everything?
I mean, just trying to, tangle up with you and catch a hold of you. I mean, communication is key. I mean,
yeah.
No.
Well, just been a little crazy, man. Trying to, I'm definitely someone who definitely believes in working hard in the summer, so my winter can be cool, and so summer just been a little bit crazy because I want my winter to be all right.
Yeah, you just bouncing all over the place.
I'm just
Detroit to here to there.
Yeah,
back to DC.
Just a little bit, just a little work. I went out there and spoke at the National Association of Black Journalists, and they had me on there on the panel. I was invited by ESPN, so that was a big deal. Shout out to everybody who was out there, the undefeated.
Getting those Disney checks.
No check. The Bleacher Report. I got a chance to meet a lot of good people, and it was enlightening. And Jemele Hill was being awarded Journalist of the Year, and she's from Detroit also. So that was a big deal.
She's not from Auburn Hills, is she?
No, she from the city. She from the city. She let too. She from the city. So it was a dope experience, man. I was there representing hip hoppers in the building. What I'm saying? Representing myself. We was there. So it was cool. It was cool. How are you?
I'm great, man. I can't complain at all, man.
How's the new mansion?
How's the new mansion? It's definitely not a mansion.
It looks nice. I saw the picture of you looking over at this, looking down on the little people. Had 4 flights of stairs, chilling on cloud 9.
Definitely not.
It looks good, man.
Flights of stairs.
It looks good.
Thank you.
It looked like the place you step into on TV when after you die, you about to go see God. Like that's exactly what it looked like in that photo.
Yeah, well, you were invited to the cookout too.
Yeah. I was out of town.
Didn't show up though.
I was out of town.
He was too busy. He was too busy for the little people.
That's not what it is at all, man. I would love to come to the mansion. I've never been to the Fresh Prince of Bel Air house before. I'm down. I'm down.
Prince of Bel Air house. Wow.
Hey, if you just check it out, welcome. Like you said, to the Hip Hop Matrix Show. We got a lot to get into since we've been going. Some rappers have taken a plea, 2 legends get together, new music, and a whole lot more. So make sure you are following us along at WHMS98. The Hip Hop Matrix Show, you have been warned.
Do I even
Hip Hop
have
Matrix
a
Show.
chance for this shit?
Yo, Big Willie Smith, Mr. Will Smith, he's been the king of Instagram lately. He joined his son, Jaden, on stage to perform, Icon Living.
Yes, he had a nice little remix.
Yeah, spit his little verse. I'm liking the new Will Smith. Like he hasn't put out a movie, but I'm enjoying Will Smith right now. And him showing up at his son's, who is opening for J. Cole, actually, show was a big deal.
Yeah, Will's just living life for a living right now.
Like, that's like the new cool, right? Yeah. I'm enjoying my rich.
Yeah, he's got millions upon millions upon millions. If not, him and Jada have got to be worth $1 billion together, so.
Yeah, I think they stuff is a little bit just quieter.
Yeah, they just ain't telling you about it, but you kind of know.
Their cultural impact is definitely worth $1 billion, though, because Jada, when she be giving you that advice early in the morning, it enlightens me. Will be giving you them sound, wisdom, them gems he drop on you. That gets me through my day. I mean, their impact is definitely, before Jay and Beyonce, sometimes we need to go back to the people, who gave us some props before
They're a little more mature. They're more mature. They're more mature than Jay and Beyonce. Even though Jay is mature, but...
we like to give Jay and Beyonce a lot of credit, but we forget Jada and Will been doing this for a little bit longer.
Since the 90s.
Yeah, there are Ozzie Davis and Ruby, and Ruby, I'm sorry. I'm just messing up.
I don't even know who
Ozzie Davis and
about.
Ruby. Ozzie Davis and Ruby, man. They was like married. Remember the couple? They were all in all Spike Lee movies.
I know.
Remember the drunk?
Okay. Anyway, back to Will and Jada.
My point is they've been dropping gems for a minute. So to see Will perform with his son, it said a few things. Number one, it said that I'm getting old because I can remember when Jaden was born. Okay. And 2, it said that we're now starting to respect Jaden as an artist now, and we're starting to respect the Smiths to just doing what they want to do.
Literally.
Like,
whatever. If he want to do the shiggy on the top of a
we're
bridge,
like, he's the best shiggier in the world,
He don't. It doesn't matter.
He want to wear a Batman outfit to go to the grocery store and shop for cookies.
Yeah, he has unlimitable range. He can do whatever he want at any given time, and nobody's gonna say anything about it because he's Will Smith.
The coolest parents. They sound like the best family to hang around during the holidays. I'm pretty sure they got their own holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day is a holiday if you're in the Smith household.
No doubt. Or Oprah.
You ever wonder what it means in that
Iconic legend Bun B you know, he's coming out with his 5th album, Return of the Trill, and it's going to have guest appearances of T.I., 2 Chainz, Yo Gotti, Lil Wayne, 8Ball, MJG, Big Crit, and more. You know, I don't think sometimes Bun gets the proper due, maybe because I grew up listening to him, but sometimes when we get to mentioning like top 5 and or most respected or artists like that, sometimes I think Bun is like, he never gets mentioned till someone mentions him, and they're like, oh, yeah, Bun B. But Bun B holding on to UGK, even when Pimp C was in jail before he passed away. Bun B was holding on to UGK legacy for like keeping it strong for a grip.
Yeah, he was jumping on records and killing it too.
Yeah.
Well, like he was jumping on Jeezy records. He was actually on Jeezy's first record, getting money around here. Jeezy's first solo record.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Was Bun B.
I forgot about that. That was like one of the, he was one of the first, because that's how I watched the video, because I thought it was a Bun B song.
Over here.
Yeah.
It was Jeezy's first record.
But the one we love is Last Time I Hear I Was the Man in These Streets, when Bun was on there.
Well, the one that first actually jumped was the Boom Boom Clap. Boom Boom.
That's true.
And then what? That was the single that jumped, but his first original single was the.
He was also
Over
one
Here.
of the first people to work with Wayne solo. He's one of the first people to work with Drake. You know what I mean? Remember going in or
Drake spent a lot of time in Houston.
Yeah, you know that Prince family that money is good. You know what I mean? Who put them on? But Bun has just been doing a lot. So I'm kind of looking forward to that old, you know, I don't say, you know, that mature, you know, hip hop. You know, staying in. It's like the veterans are still around. There was a time when it wasn't looking good for the veterans.
That urban AC hip hop.
Yeah. There was a time it wasn't looking good for the veterans at all. But I think what the veterans had to learn to do, you know, when you and I was coming up, I remember veterans was trying to make a comeback. But I think these veterans realized the best thing to do was to not go away. You know, because if you try to go away for like 10 years and then try to come back like the way it was 10 years ago, that's not going to help you. But I think these veterans recognize that because Bun is always around. And social media, let's just be honest, it keeps people in your face. You don't necessarily have to disappear.
Then you gotta realize the people that listened to you 10 years ago are still alive.
And they want to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to leave hip hop. You know, they grew up with it. So shout out to Bun B. I'm looking forward to it.
So right now it's time for the new music with myself, the scholar DJ Akademiks. All right, everybody's talking about her. The Queen, release Queen.
I mean,
is she still the Queen after this?
I think with this album, yes. The bars come hard. I think Nicki had to kind of go away for a second, which she did, you know, and kind of get back to the basics of what we like Nicki for. And when it comes to the bars, we like the Cardi B's, and don't get me wrong, we know we like other music, but when it comes to those bars, we never can take away the fact that Nicki can spit. When she's focused, Nicki can spit, and it's some good records on there too. Definitely some good records. I think the the Barbie Dreams. When she's doing big.
The Biggie jump?
Yeah. I mean, that goes really hard.
Yeah, some controversy over that record too from a DMV artist.
How?
Kiara Simone. She released she did a How to Rob, a 50 Cent joint. And a couple of Nicki's bars in there were the exact same bars she used on the How to Rob freestyle she did a year ago. So it's a little controversy on that one.
So I mean, is Kiara Simone upset?
Oh, she's like Drake. She's upset.
Okay.
But she's very upset. That's going on. But yeah, so Nicki's Queen album is out. It actually hit #1 for his first full week last week. Also, we got Astro World, Travis Scott, and he definitely got some bangs. I'm actually impressed with Travis Scott. He did his thing on this one.
Do you like it better than the last one?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's the main thing I've been reading. I haven't got a chance to really sit back and listen to Travis Scott's new one, but I'm hearing that it's 10 times better than the last one.
Yeah. And also, Playboy Cardi, Die Lit, is out.
You feeling that?
Yes, he got a couple records on there as well. And another guy also came out with a new mixtape, Moneybag Yo.
That's your guy right there. He was on our show.
Yeah, Bet On Me. He got that. Bet On Me goes super hard.
But he has an album with someone, right? Am I tripping? I could have sworn he has.
he did an album with NBA YoungBoy.
Okay, yeah.
That's old though. That was February.
I thought I saw something recently, so yeah. I guess I'm tripping.
He does a lot of joint records. He's doing a lot of stuff with Lil Baby now. So, but yeah, he just dropped the Bet On Me project. That's a big project, doing real good for him. And also, last but not least, you got T-Pain. Everything Must Go, Volume 1.
You got a mixtape. Why? I feel like T-Pain has been putting out some hot verses lately, but we haven't been paying attention.
Nah, we really haven't.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Young Thug and Young Stoner Life. Slime Language.
Slime Language.
Yeah,
Slime
that's
Language
something.
is out as well.
Yeah, that's something.
Thug is back.
It just seems like, Thug, I mean, are people still focused on Thug? It seems like some people took Thug style that it's almost like they're not really rocking with Thug as much as you would think they used to a few years ago. But I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, have we talked about Beast Mode? Yeah, Beast Mode 2, the Future record, Future joint. That's been out a few weeks. So.
Yeah, it's been out a few weeks. So again, that's somebody else who so many people took his style that I don't know if no one's really paying attention to the actual originator.
Future got some records on there.
Future got records, but do we care? It's just,
we care. We still care.
We care?
We still care on Future.
Have you cared? Have you been playing in the club?
Yes, we still care. We still care about Future.
I'm just wondering, do we care?
There's a lot of young guys out like Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott doing their thing. I mean, but yeah, we still care about.
That's
Future.
my argument. I'm only saying is, do we care?
We still care about Future.
Okay,
yes,
cool. That's what's up.
That's the new music. It's the hip hop mix.
Two legends in hip hop have reunited or got together for the first time. KRS-One put up on his IG page that he was in the studio with Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And KRS actually looks good. He looks nice. He don't look like he's.
He hasn't aged.
Yeah, he don't look old. Like he don't. You know.
I think because KRS has kind of always looked like he was. You know, he never was like looking young. He was always like a very mature.
He always looked 40.
He always looked 40.
He
but
looked
not
40 at 20.
And right.
And now 40.
And now that he's probably 50, he's 40. He looks like so. You know, he never. It's like look, he's always looked the same, and he's never like he's always dressed like the way he wanted to dress. Like so, it was never like he was following the trend.
Yeah, but I say Dr. Dre's in great shape, but you can look in his face and tell he's old.
Well, you didn't survive what Dre didn't survive. I'm surprised Dre look how he looks now. Like, Dre just turned 50 not too long ago. I think him and Ice Cube, or definitely Dre, you know. But Dre definitely looks good. You definitely tell Dre is on his water. But to have KRS-One and Dr. Dre in the studio.
He's on his water.
Yeah, he's on his water. To have Dr. Dre and KRS-One in the studio, I mean, that's a good thing from a hip-hop.
$1 billion will keep you looking good, though.
Yeah, but that's a good deal from a hip-hop perspective. I just kind of wish that some of these collaborations that we're starting to see like now could have happened back when it was like, you know, when we really, really wanted to see it. Like when we really wanted to see a lot of East Coast, West Coast collaborations. We didn't really see it back then. But, you know, I think if you're someone who's all about the culture, you know, and from a historical level, if you've been around in the game for a minute, you live long enough to see these kind of things happen. The only thing is, if KRS-One, he better not expect for Dr. Dre to actually put that album out anytime soon. Dre's still slow. That ain't changing anything. The more money Dre make, the slower Dre gets. So if KRS-One, if you was just doing that, but don't think you doing that, the album about to come out on Tuesday. Dre is not Kanye West, okay? The album might come out when you actually are looking 60. But I really do hope it happens. Hip Hop Make the Show. Nicki Minaj, she says about Cardi B that she didn't think that they had a problem, but when she was being interviewed, she said, quote, "I guess we have a problem." And she actually was talking about, she spoke her opinion, and if Cardi was offended by what she had to say about a couple things, then Cardi should develop thicker skin. This is Nicki Minaj saying that, the person that we've seen go off on people when they just say the slightest of something that she doesn't agree with. She goes off on people a lot, actually. She actually was going off on your man Safari all week. Talking about his hairline was $10,000.
Yeah, she needs some attention. She going at everybody.
Yeah, I mean, is this definitely promotion for the album? Or is just this Nicki being Nicki?
It's promotion for the album. It's definitely we're talking about Nicki.
Do you think that's a little bit?
Coincidentally, she has a new album out.
Do you think she's being a little bit of a hypocrite? Because about telling somebody else to have thicker skin when we've seen Nicki have kind of thin skin?
I mean, she haven't showing all the thin skin now, going at Safari and his 10K hairline. Hey, man, you might want to. Oh,
to my me?
Yeah, you might want to holler at.
Why would I want to pay 10? I'm a proud bald brother. I don't even wear hats.
Holler, man.
She said him and Tiger.
Yeah, him and Tiger. Man.
Like $10,000 for a hairline. I can't imagine, yo. $10,000 for a hairline.
Maybe they went to the same one Deion went to.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, Deion got a whole head.
No, Deion is a prime example. Deion was literally rocking the baldy like me, and then Deion just showed up with a 5 heartbeat shag.
No, but he told you, and he was like, "Look, this is me. This is me." He was rubbing it, ain't going nowhere.
The power of money is amazing.
Man, why is LeBron not hopped on the bus then?
I don't know. I don't know.
He definitely got the money.
No, definitely. They'll do it for LeBron. You know, they would pay LeBron to get his hairline, right? Because his hairline is so. I think at this point, LeBron is kind of like something he just embraced of having a bad hairline. I think he looks at his hairline probably as like, you know, putting on a hat. I'm going to put my hairline on when I go play this game and then come back and my hairline going to be whatever it is.
It's going to be whatever it is.
Yeah, because the first quarter, his hairline is straight. But by the time they start the third quarter,
sweat out that Beijing.
Yeah, and when overtime comes, it's everywhere. You know, it just sweat all in the headband. His headband now is not to protect him from sweat; it's protect him from the ink. But Nicki going off on Safari, to my knowledge, this is the first time she's actually publicly acknowledged Safari, and then to go off on it. But going off on Safari is kind of like, it kind of don't really make no sense right now
He
because
embraces it. He's one of the people that laugh at himself.
he laughs at himself like all the time.
Yeah, so he's gonna flip it. Anything to keep him relevant, he's with it. Good, bad, ugly. He
Now
don't
help
care.
me. Did Safari ever say he wrote Nicki rhymes? Because he's always said he's never said it. Is it something I missed? He alluded to it, or is that
he's
just
insinuated?
Is that what it is?
He's insinuated.
Okay.
Multiple times.
And she's always fought hard to be that person, be that woman who let you know she's writing her own rhymes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. $10,000 for a headline. You write your own rhymes. The Queen album is out right now.
$12K. It was $12K.
12K. That's a lot. But you know who probably benefits from the best from this whole situation? The doctor who performed that miracle on Safari and Tiger.
He's getting a lot of calls.
There's no reason he shouldn't be getting no calls.
Price just went up to 15.
Damn, you all might want to mess it up. So if I was gonna give it a call, it's probably done went up. But I'm not about to pay no $10,000 or 15 or 12 for my hairline. My hairline gone. My hairline is like Obama being back in the White House. It's gone. We just gonna have to just look at it as a good memory. I put it up every once in a while for Throwback Thursday, and that's about it.
Hip Hop Matrix Show right about now. It's time for the sports report. All right. So it's football time. Football's back, so start off with the NFL. Wide receiver Josh Gordon is reportedly to rejoin the Cleveland Browns to add to that arsenal. Him, Jarvis Landry, and you know who just did a visit, so maybe he could be signing soon. I'm talking about Dez Bryant. Don't you think that would be the best receiving core in the league right now? Dez Bryant, Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry.
It could if Josh Gordon can stay off the weed and stay out of trouble. If Dez Bryant can stay healthy.
Why he took a time off. They didn't send him away. He took a time
off.
No,
and I mean that. I'm not saying that to crack no joke. I mean, even you don't want him to take himself out this year is what I'm saying. I'm saying if he can stay healthy in that regard of staying within the rules, and the NFL gonna have to loosen up their rules because you're gonna be dealing with a lot more Josh Gordons as time go on. Mm-hmm. But if you can keep that, and Dez Bryant can actually stay healthy, they might be something. But to be honest with you, when you're looking at the Cleveland Browns, they just seem a little bit cursed, and that's coming from a Lions fan.
They seem a little bit cursed.
Yeah, they just can't get right.
Can't get right.
Just can't get right.
Well, they've had a lot going on. They've been through so many coaches. It's been.
I can imagine being the head coach. I mean, didn't he lose 2 family members? In like 1 week, and you in the hot seat for losing your job?
Yeah.
That's not what's up.
Yeah. My MVP quarterback suffered a shoulder injury. I'm talking about Nick Foles against the Patriots. The Patriots won the preseason game, but who cares? We got the ring. We got the trophy. You can have every preseason game for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter. We got the one that counts. All right. And off topic, but I mean, it's still sports because it's Kobe. Over time, he invested $6 million into the Body Armor sports drink. Yeah, that investment's worth $200 million right now.
Kobe. Shout out to Kobe living his best life.
Yeah,
living his best life.
It was bought out by Coca-Cola on Tuesday. They announced the purchase.
Kobe already got that bread. Remember when Kobe was about to get divorced from his wife about 5 years ago, and they say his wife was about to get like $200 million, but they settled their differences?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Kobe.
Cheaper to keep it there, bro.
Kobe's making all the right moves. I mean, he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
You know, now you making this bread. Well, you did get a sense that when Kobe was gonna be done, he was gonna be done. Like I know they wanted him to kind of go work with the Lakers. Magic Johnson did, but Kobe's on his own thing.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his own thing. I mean, he's in Hollywood. He's gonna get all that. But I mean, on Patriots rookie Isaiah Wynn suffers an Achilles. He's out for the season. Marcus Smith was released from Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll says for personal reasons.
Are the Seahawks done?
That just means they got in a little hissy fit with Pete Carroll. You know, everybody's jumping on the Pete Carroll ship. They just wilding him out left and right.
Are the Seahawks done? I mean, Legion of Doom is pretty much gone.
Oh, the Legion of Doom has been gone.
That's what I'm saying.
Earl Thomas is the last one left.
So are the Seahawks done? Like, are they now not contenders anymore?
No, they're basically transitioning to an offensive team. They gonna put the whole team on Russell Wilson's back, which they kind of did last year when Sherm went down. So, but he's in San Francisco now. And also, NBA-wise, Melo signed the dotted line. He's officially.
Yeah. And allegedly, he's going to come off the bench. He doesn't mind coming off the bench, allegedly. I believe it when I see it personally.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it.
Truth be told,
he's officially in Houston, though.
You know what someone had told me, and I never put this into perspective, is that he was coming off the bench low-key for the Knicks a couple times because he was only playing like 30 minutes. Like, just because you start, it doesn't mean, like, you were playing all those minutes anyway. It's literally starting really is kind of like a status thing because it doesn't say you're going to be in this game the whole time.
Correct.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. He still ain't gonna play no defense though.
Yeah, that's the sport. Well, the whole team in Houston don't play defense. They
No,
just
not
shoot.
at all.
Yeah, so that's the perfect situation for them. Just spot up, shoot, ISO.
And they lost to one person who did play defense.
Yeah, and they got the best point guard in the league for that offense. So it'll all work out. I think that was the best place for him to go. All right, that's the sports report. Hip Hop Matrix Show.
If I make the show, you got Juelz Santana. Remember that incident he had back in April when he got caught with them gun charges when he ran out of the airport? He pleaded guilty to it. He's negotiating the plea because he was facing up to 20 years.
Yeah, he bailed out.
You know, I remember Juelz Santana saying on his album that he'll never take a plea no matter what. Things change when you get older, huh? And you actually facing that time. Somebody tell you 20 years, you like, yo, what's up?
Well, I think that he was talking about a plea deal as far as snitching.
Well, he should have been a little bit more literal because he
More
said he'll never take a plea no matter what. So I still, shoot, even now, you start having kids. Your wife is Kimbella, whatever her name is, and you got kids, you got a family. You got to start thinking about that stuff, man. Are you really a gangster? Are you really, or maybe he was speaking from a perspective
you
where
go
he was.
away, niggas are shooting shots.
Yeah.
Everybody's shooting shots.
Well, and to his defense, he was speaking from a perspective of back then. That's probably the life that he was living then and how he felt. Mm-hmm. When you are not a gangster, you are not about that life no more, and you have grown and you have matured, and like you said, you got to start spending $10,000 on your hairline. You ain't trying to go away, homie.
No.
Because going to jail in your 30s and your 40s is not the same as going to jail in your 20s.
No, it's definitely not.
I don't want no parts of jail, no way, no how, but I can't imagine getting locked up now for some drugs or getting locked up now for some gun charges. No way, bro. You facing 20 years? Ain't nobody waiting on you. You already 40. Nobody waiting on you, bro. So shout out to Juelz. Whatever he can work out, I'm glad things work out for him, and I'm pretty sure this probably put some stumbles in the Dipset tour. But hopefully he can get this gun, get this going. He can get back on tour, and Dipset can actually have an album. As long as Jim Jones and Cam actually get along.
Money making.
Almost finest, Teyana Taylor. She made a big announcement. She apologized to fans for not being able to continue with the tour with Jeremih because she said she's pulling out. And I guess what ended up happening was there's some sort of disrespect that happened that she feels because she went off on Jeremih online, said, she would not tolerate disrespect. He was being a diva. All he wanted to do was sing, sitting on the chair, and he's lazy, X, Y, and Z. So she bowed out of the tour. But I'm pretty sure it was just announced that the tour is going to continue now without Jeremih. And Jeremih responded. He said that she's taking the sympathy route. And her husband also jumped in there and was like, yeah, pretty much like, because, Teyana was being real Harlem and threatening to, like, put them hands on Jeremih. And her husband actually came in and, like, encouraged it.
No, and you know what's so funny about that? Sage the Gemini actually commented on one of her posts and was like, I can vouch for her. I've literally been slapped by her. She got hands. He's like,
Word? Is that what happened to Sage the Gemini? Because I was just about to say, whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah, Sage the Gemini, he was like, yeah, I can vouch for her. She got hands. I've literally been slapped by her.
Now, here's what I kind of... Here's what I'm not a fan of. If she was disrespected and she feels like she wants to go off, cool. I'm kind of not a fan of we supposed to be in this era of being aware and, talking about violence, and it's supposed to be that. We can't also vouch for when a woman is actually threatening to physically put her hands on a man and where her husband actually encouraging that kind of behavior or whatever. And, because at the end of the day, Teyana Taylor's like 5'2". If Jeremih turn around and put his hands back on, he's going to be wrong. And he's going to jail. Like, it's a lose-lose battle in his situation. Now, him being a diva and she want to go off, cool. You know what I'm saying? You want to go off on that? But unless Teyana is also telling me that he disrespected by threatening her, then, the gloves are off. But you can't just threaten somebody because the show didn't go right and he was being a diva. That's not how this works. Mm-hmm. And I saw people online talking about, well, if he pushed her to that point, I'm like, isn't that the same argument if a dude say, you pushed me to this point, so I knocked you upside the head, and we are trying to get that language up out of the young men now? We shouldn't be condoning that. That's all I'm saying.
Very correct.
That's all I'm spitting out. Especially when Safari mentioned that Nicki stabbed him and he almost died.
Talking a double standard.
Right. And this stuff I found out where I realized this past week, it kind of went past everybody. Like, Safari claimed that he almost died by getting stabbed by Nicki. You got Teyana Taylor talking about putting hands on you.
She is Trinidadian.
I mean, what we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. If Jeremih put hands on Teyana, it's like, you know what I mean?
It would be bad.
What would you do if a husband and wife confront you?
I'm gonna smack the husband.
Real talk, I am too. I'm even if he's just standing there, I'm gonna hit him first.
I'm gonna hit the husband.
Yeah, because you're standing there for a reason. So I'm just
because you're gonna be her her punching bag. I'm gonna think of her, but I'm gonna hit you because I'm gonna take it out on you, and this is your fault because you dumb enough to stand here and you dumb enough to let her put you in this position. So you gonna get it.
Yeah,
and that's how I feel.
I totally agree with you. We gonna, but I mean, he said he wants to smoke.
Well,
Shepard wants to smoke.
Give him the smoke.
But you know what what's so crazy about celebrities? They all claim they want to smoke, but we know it's rarely a time when they actually get it in. The more money you make, the more security gets involved. Let's just be honest. Teyana Taylor put her hands on Sage back when she was just trying to come up, but Teyana Taylor got goons now. So it is what it is.
Retro rewind time. Get into it.
Yeah, man. We playing all your classics, all of the retro. You know, summer's getting ready to come to a close. I can't believe it's August already. But this past week, to kind of ring your hair a little bit, either you're somebody who's old enough to remember or somebody who need to go do your Googles, this was the last episode back in 1995 of YoMTV Raps. This it was the anniversary of it early this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they've been talking about bringing YoMTV Raps because they celebrate their 30-year anniversary.
Yeah, because every time they talk about YoMTV Raps, I hear about the basement as well. So it's kind of like
really?
BET and MTV just kind of throwing jazz back at each other. Like, y'all do that, we're going to do this.
Yeah. Well, they already brought back TRL.
Yes,
you know.
did.
So, I mean, I don't see why. The problem with bringing back those type of platforms, again, is the internet. You know, is no one's going to really go there for the videos no more. So you got to come up with a reason to why I need to come to your show, in the sense of why do I need to go there. But YoMTV Raps was definitely, historic. I was a Rap City kid when I was coming up, but I remember watching YoMTV Raps, and my favorite episode still was me watching it at that time when Tupac was going off and they had to cover up his mouth because he was talking about beating up one of the Hughes brothers.
Correct.
Remember that? Yeah. So that's like one of my favorite moments of YoMTV Raps. So shout out to them.
Tell them what this is, done. Yo, it's the real to make you feel.
Hip Hop Makes You Show. That was our Retro Rewind. We'll be playing all your classics, all of the things that used to get you pumping for when to come to your barbecue for the summer end. I appreciate you, DJ Akademiks, for that list.
What's happening, man?
Appreciate you. Earlier this week also, too, it's a celebration of Mobb Deep's 4th album, Murder Music. Remember they had the song Quiet Storm?
Yeah, Quiet Storm. They had the song with Nas.
You need to give it up. Yep.
Yeah, that was a big album.
It was.
That was like, all right.
Well, that was the album that was actually pushing towards Prodigy's solo career. Because if you remember, the original Quiet Storm was just Prodigy, and Havoc was on the chorus. But you know what killed that whole, when it comes to Quiet Storm, no one remembers the original because we all think about the remix with Lil' Kim. You know what I mean? I be on some modeling coming up in this game or something. Like, she murdered that verse. I'm sorry. Like, she was the star. Kim in her prime was killing songs, and nobody really wanted to give her that kind of credit looking back in hindsight, but no one really remembers the Quiet Storm song without her.
Yeah,
you can't play that. You can't play the original one in the club.
She definitely murdered it.
Yeah, no doubt. Rest in peace to Prodigy. He was definitely one of the icons, one of the ghosts. But Murder Music was definitely a dope album. J.Hall, this guy right here, DJ Akademiks. I gotta take time. Who would I be, being where I'm from, how I was raised, if I didn't give the respect to the Queen? This past week, it was the passing of Aretha Franklin, Queen of Soul. Yeah, she was before my time. She probably was before yours. But guess what? It has nothing to do with it, gents. When it comes to a legend, you have to give them that proper respect. And Aretha Franklin, from my hometown, Detroit, Michigan.
She still came out with some music in the 90s.
Still came out.
Rose was
you know what I mean?
With Lauryn Hill and the
Faith
ad-libs.
Evans was in there, yeah. And, she was groundbreaking as far as when you think about Whitney Houston, everyone talks about her voice, but Aretha's voice was strong to the end. So you got to give the Queen the respect utmost, man. She was, everyone had got word that she was, ill, and it was about that time. But, when it still happens, you still feel a certain type of way. And, it's crazy to be growing in this area where you're starting to lose, like, your icons. Like, someone be putting up a picture of Michael Jackson's gone, Prince is gone, Whitney Houston is gone, and it's just
one thing I want to say about Aretha, like when Angela Davis was considered a terrorist by Nixon and her bail was $250,000, who put up the bail and said, I got it, I got money, come on out here, Angela.
That's a big deal.
That was a big deal, and I'm talking about in the 70s.
That's a big deal.
250 G's in the 70s. That's like $1 million today.
Yeah. And for you to throw that up?
$1 million cash.
For you to throw that up?
Bailed her out.
and not really want no reward for it, none of that. You did it because it was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing to do.
Man, so big ups to Aretha Franklin. The voice of God herself went to go join God. So I had to do that. Being where I'm from, being from Detroit, we heard about Aretha growing up all the time, but she ain't just belong to us. She belonged to everybody. So my heart goes out to her family and everything. And let just never die. Let's just put that out there right now. Hopefully I can reach a smidget of what she accomplished, So got to give that up. We about to close up out of here. What you got up playing, homie?
Keeping these records spending time with the family.
That big old house, that big old mansion.
And watching Power on Sunday.
Yeah, Power's dope. You know what you need to get up on?
Power's dope.
Dog, you need to watch Snowfall.
You go with your shows.
Dog, you got to watch Snowfall.
I shouldn't even open it
Shout out to all my folks who watching Snowfall. Franklin is that dude.
What I did start watching is the second season of Luke Cage.
I'm not mad at that. But if we're talking about Power, I need you to flip it and start watching Snowfall. It's only in second season, bro. You got time.
I don't have time
you
to
got
watch
time.
all this
Listen,
stuff.
You got time. It's only in the second. It's in the second season, like right now. So you have time. It's dope, man. It's a great show. It's about the 80s crack epidemic that came in California.
That's on Netflix too?
No, man. It's FX. But you can watch it, man. You got the TV. You got a big house. You got all that good stuff. Don't act like you ain't got the services. You got it. You just don't want to do it. It's all about my man Franklin. But time out.
Slave to a television.
But time out real quick though. Franklin on the show speaks with a real California accent. Come to find out, Franklin's from like England and speaks like with the Queens.
Yeah, he got a lot of training.
Yeah.
He was on his Idris Elba.
And his training came from WC, from the Mad Circle. That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like everybody who's coming from England just come over here and. Because I guess there was no black actors here, they can get hung. Pause. Right. All right, so make sure you check us out on our platforms. Our show goes into podcast mode, SoundCloud, Podomatic, iTunes. Type in Hip Hop Matrix Show, one word, okay? In the search engine, we got you. Follow us on our Twitter, at WHMS98. On my Twitter, at J.Hall Radio. This guy right here, at DJ Akademiks. Be blessed and successful, and we'll talk to you soon. We ghost!
Oh my God, Ronnie.
It's the Hip Hop Matrix Show.